guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Wame and I'm currently living in China as a student, and this is a video about how it really feels like to be in China. I'm gonna be really fast with this. I'm gonna go, and just so you have an idea, okay? Every day without fail in China you get promo calls on your phone, and it's really tough because sometimes you don't know who it is. You could be missing out on an important call, such as a package being delivered, but because you're so exasperated by now, because every time you answer, the person speaks in Chinese. Call. Ah.
哎，你好。
喂，你好。
一下啊。
听不懂。
哎，你好，打扰您一下啊，我这边手游平台的客服，想邀请您做我们的游戏特邀玩家，金友呢每天会赠送您真实充值卡，我加您个微信，把这个游戏发给您体验一下，好吧？
我听不懂。
那我加一下您微信啊，您手机号是微信号吗？
我听不懂，我不是中文，中国人。
那您说一下微信号，我记一下。
我是非洲人，我不会说中文，我会一点点。
游戏里边有新手指引，咱们跟着玩就好了，很好上手的。
我听不懂。And they're probably advertising something, and so because you're like, I'm tired, so you don't answer anymore. I don't answer at all anymore. And then the ongoing turning on and off of VPN so that you can access some services. Hey, it's exhausting. And then this one is about not really understanding how data is charged for and the credit and all of that. You know how in your own country you really understand, like, if I use this much data, this is how much, you know, I should be spending and all of that. But if you're in this country, I don't know, maybe this country or just any country, if you're new to it, you're just not sure how to navigate the data plan and all of that. So you're just in a haze. And then there's the feeling overwhelmed because everything is written in Chinese, and sometimes you just get exhausted of it because it's not everywhere where there's English. Sometimes, like, especially with the outside, just the aesthetic outside, it's just Chinese because your shops and your eating outlets and all of that, so it's mostly Chinese. Even the terms and conditions of some apps and stuff, it's written in Chinese. I'm like, guys, have mercy. But here's the funny thing. So when I was still new to China, I traveled to Hong Kong, and in Hong Kong they speak English. And I found myself a bit disappointed. It felt a bit underwhelming because I was so used to the hard work of trying to understand the Chinese characters, trying to read, trying to understand the people as they speak, trying to translate. So that was removed. It was like speaking with people minus all of the hassle and struggle. I just felt a bit like, no, I don't want this. Weird. Ironic. The other one is just not being aware of the holidays. Like, you just see people that are here today and gone tomorrow. You're just like, where did the people go? Yeah, I think the only holiday that you can be really aware of is the Chinese New Year, because that one is everywhere. You'll see the decorations, it's everywhere. But then with the other holidays, I feel like they just come and then you're just like, you don't know. Maybe they do write it around. Maybe they do and it's just in Chinese and I don't know. And then with the clothes, there are no size tags. Literally, I buy clothes and they don't have any size tags, both online and even in a physical store. Literally, like, let me show you. See this shirt? This shirt, nothing. No tag, nothing. No tag whatsoever. The only tag is maybe here, this one here. And this one only shows the brand, the label. Yeah, there. There's that. And then there's just the care label, probably. Care label, yeah? That's it. Half on a size. Which takes me to the next point. Everything here they say one size. Me, tiny as I am, wearing the same size as somebody who's bigger than me. Bettina.
Yeah, because it's so big. 这是很好，看看。It's 很大。
Oh, and of course there are cameras everywhere. These cameras, guys, they're literally everywhere. Sometimes I even feel like that here in the room. some way. So the feeling of having cameras is a bit unsettling, but it also brings us comfort in knowing that this is probably why there's little crime in China. But then I don't want to attribute the presence of cameras completely to there not being crime, because I feel like with the Chinese themselves, I feel like they are people who are very disciplined and they just want to work hard for themselves. I feel like it's within that culture. Apparently there's this conspicuous culture about discipline, respect, and hard work. So I feel like it's ingrained in them from a very young age to work for themselves, to make money for themselves. And I think stealing, it's just something that's just not a culture. The spitting is something that I still haven't gotten used to. From time to time you hear, like, it's just like you hear everything, the whole process of the spitting, you hear it, like from when it's being pulled from under there deep down to the point of release and the landing. So I feel like those are the kind of like the not so great parts about the feeling of being in China. Now let me get to the great parts. Wait, I forgot something, and it's a really, really major one. It's that we get stared at a lot as Africans. But I've come to the conclusion that Chinese probably stare at us more out of curiosity than anything else. Curiosity and admiration. See how they point to our hair, tell us it's beautiful, especially when we have the braids. You know, they want to touch it, they want to take pictures with us, you know, and some of them tell us they want to share the pictures with family members back home at the village to show them that they've, you know, been with an African. So I guess from that angle you can argue that it's really done out of awe. But then the thing with that is sometimes it gets exhausting. Sometimes you've had a really long day and you see people staring at you, and you know, they follow you with their stares, they nudge at each other, and you know, and sometimes you see a child, you know, pointing and saying "Feijorenma," which means African. And sometimes you see the parent is a bit uncomfortable, doesn't know how to react, what to say, whether to laugh or not to laugh. You know, I don't even know what they say to their children. I really want to understand Chinese so I can know how they respond. It should be interesting. But yeah, you know, you have all these things put together. It can feel really exhausting and draining. Sometimes you just say, oh, not today. Not today. Because it makes you feel really different, makes you feel isolated, makes you feel that you're in a foreign land. So it is what it is. Maybe it will get better with time as trade relations expand between China and Africa and other countries. Things might change. Right. As I've already mentioned, the safety here is unmatched. I have seen even on countless videos how women attest to that. Like, they feel so safe. Like, you can walk at any time of the day. You can walk in the most frown-worthy of alleys, but you will never feel unsafe. Canton Fair, for example, usually people are so many, but I was just amazed with like that, and no incidents anyway, I haven't heard of any incidents of, you know, people stealing and stuff like that. And probably because the cameras are there as well. Like, for any people who might want to try, they know that there are cameras watching, waiting. The convenience is off the charts. This is literally, I don't know, between safety and convenience, I don't even know which one to put first, but maybe the convenience, number one. Convenience is amazing. You have everything at your fingertips. The apps here, the many apps you can use. I literally need to make a video about all the apps that are here, because I feel like I keep discovering new apps, and I've been here for more than a year and I still don't know half of them. These everything. So, the other time we had a pajama party in a private cinema. Can you imagine that? It's so cool. Like, there's everything. And then Pinduoduo, I think, you know, it goes to show also how Chinese think of everything. They invent typically just about everything. Pinduoduo will humble you, will show you, like, they literally think of everything. If there's any problem, they have a solution to it. I find that so admirable. That is so cool and so innovative, and it's so inspiring. Like, it even triggers something in your head. Like, it really sparks something in you, like, oh wow, I can create too. Another thing I like about Chinese is that they accommodate everyone. Look, see how even for wheelchairs, there's literally elevators on bridges. There are, you know, payment plans for kids. Like, kids don't even have to pay at the metro. They can just like go under and it's okay. And then for students also, I've seen like they use cards, and I think they have discounts for the metro. I think they just think about every part of that population. Somebody said in China there are rules, but there are also no rules. And she said, if you know, you know. And I was like, I totally get it. Like in China, we know there are rules, of course. Like you know where not to go. Like in terms of the law, you know what's allowed and what's not allowed. You know, but then when it comes to like within China, like the little things, like I literally could be at a service table at the parcel collection, and if I need to use the pen, I can just take the pen right there, or the sellotape, and just start taping, using lots of tape to help, like, you know, make a luggage, like a handle for myself, because I didn't come prepared. And they won't even say anything. They won't complain. They won't say, hey, don't use that sellotape, hey, don't use that pen, oh, hey, don't use this thing. You can sit on the security guard's chair if you want. They won't like say anything. I even asked recently, can I sit? Like it was like, just like, yeah, go, of course, don't even ask. It's like he's saying that, you know. I could take this and nobody would mind. I don't know who we are. So I'm like, this is so cool. Like they just like so free. Like you can use any entrance. Sometimes at the parcel area I see like there's a way for entering, there's a way for exiting, and some, instead of when they've exited and need to get back in, they will literally hop over and just get in just to save the time. And nobody complains. Nobody says, hey, I was in a hole. I feel like in my country it's so strict. It's so strict, and I'm like, hey. So I'm just thinking maybe sometimes we're strict and we don't have to be. Oh, and my absolute favorite is that the Chinese don't mind to be filmed, for the most part anyway. And you know, even in the malls, you can literally take out your camera and start filming. Nobody will come to you and say, not allowed, not allowed, not allowed to film. Because I have experienced that so many times in Botswana, where I would be filming in the mall and somebody comes to me, hey, bring your phone, let me see, delete. True story. And it's really nice because as a content creator, I find that it's amazing. It's great. It's a party for us here as content creators, because you can film everywhere, anywhere. And so I just appreciate that so much. And also the Chinese, because I think also they don't mind being filmed because they know already they are on cameras 24/7. Maybe that's why, I don't know. But for some do tell you they do like this, but it's not common. You just take out your phone and film. And they also like to film themselves. Sometimes there'll be so many at the metro, so many people, so they like to film this because it's always an awesome sight to see. I suppose, Lena, if I do it, it's okay, you know. And also they like to film us, so sometimes I console myself. I'm like, you know what, I'm filming you, you shouldn't mind because you are also filming me. Because they like to be, sometimes they sneak out their phones to try and film us Africans. We see you. And then to sum it up, I would just say it's really peaceful here in China, and I really like that as well. It's a really peaceful country. It's a really peaceful country, and that's how it feels like. So I've given you literally the not so great parts, and I've given you also the great parts. And obviously I haven't exhausted them all, but this is the much that I can give you, and I think it can give you a picture of how it feels like. So if you're thinking of coming to China and you've always wondered how it feels like before, and you want to know before you come here, hopefully this video can do that for you and give you the answers you need. So let me know if there's anything else you want to find out about how it feels like to be in China, or what it's like to be in China. Until next time, I'll see you. Thank you for watching once again. Bye.